church say amen. Amen. Let the church say amen again. Amen. And again. Now you can see why back in the days our folks loved that song. Why they sung that song. It not only was it beautiful, but it had a powerful message. Draw me nearer, Lord. If we don't need to draw near the Lord right now, we should never need to. Now we will have unto life. But now we will have unto life. I did this last week. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it double this time. Now we will have unto life by our pastor. Come on, pastor. Y'all know how to be serious.
Good morning, everyone. It's a good day to be in the Lord's church. Glad that last night wasn't the last night. And for that, we give him praise. I'm not going to be very long this morning. I think I heard some good teaching this morning. So thank you. Oh, he gone. Thank you and thank you. So I was upstairs. I was eavesdropping into the lesson. But what I would like to just focus on is very much of how there is a parallel and a paradox at the same time in the text. We see what God has already ordained, and we see what the people try to maintain. We see the progression if you follow the lesson. There's a progression to the leadership of this nation. Going back into the Exodus narrative, you find that the very first leaders of this nation came from amongst the people. They were called elders. And in our vernacular, they would be community representatives. They would be with the people because they would need to know the people. I'll speak there because I think we've moved away from that parallel because a lot of the leaders don't live amongst the people. It's kind of difficult to manage and motivate people you don't really know. There are benefits to staying away, but there are certainly benefits to staying where they are. It's a difference than driving cross town on Sunday and living in the community through the week. Can I be plain? Sometimes leadership needs to take the front step to change the narrative of the community and not be the ones to run from the problem, but to face the problems. And when the people see their leaders leading from the front, there's a reason for the people to have. And it speaks to even our government. In order to run for leadership in the government, you can't stay outside of the community. I might go somewhere with that, but we have some that live elsewhere and rent. And you cheat the people because you still don't know the people or the problems that they face. So God told Moses, this is too much for you to do by yourself. I need you to select some people. As a matter of fact, I want you to let them select some people that's qualified, that has stood the test, so that they can lead the people. We see this shared leadership model between God and his people. And as we fast forward into now the narrative, you see the people still don't know what they want. They thought they wanted judges. They thought they wanted kings. They thought they wanted particular leaders. But God gave them judges first. And one of the judges is now tapped to choose a king. The people looking at the king, they were looking at the physical. They were looking at the makeup, the frame. They were looking at the wrong thing. Because in order to lead people, you can't be disconnected from the spiritual. Because you're going to need God's hand to do the great work. But just like our good God does, he gave them what they wanted. As I think about Saul, and I think about Samuel, and I look at the parallel and the paradox, I think about sometimes, and I'm going to leave with this note, sometimes God gives us what we want to show us what we really need. You'll catch that on the way home. What looked the part, what sounds good, ain't always what we need. Have I got a witness? Is there anybody can testify that there are some people back in your history that you thought that you wanted, but ain't no good for you? I wish I had help this morning. Ain't nobody gonna talk back to me this morning. But there are some things I want you to just pick up. He uses some words. He uses walk, ways, make, and judge. And I want to just deal with that. Because when you're walking in the way, you can see what you need to see. That manner of life of following gives you direction in life for the calling. And when you're following the way and you're on the journey that God has placed before you, he'll make you see what you need to see. Now, the word judge in the text, govern, vindicate, punish, rule, execute, judgment. But judges also have an interesting parallel because not only do they execute, they also persecute. They are the ones restricted for giving the punishment for said crimes. But kings have all the power in their hands. And sometimes God will let you have what you think you need in a king so that he can bring back the good king. And I'm talking about the King of Kings that comes not only with punitive, but he comes with grace. He comes not to bog us down, but to lift us up. He comes to save us, rescue us, and deliver us. I'm talking about the King. The King's name is Jesus.
That they want to share at this time? All right. Oh, Sister Hughes.
I guess this is a good time to share the information since I just checked the past to be certain that it's okay. On Wednesday, November the 2nd at noon, the senior circle has asked an independent agent to come to us and talk to us about Medicare and the choices that seniors have to make before December the 7th
thought for today is be mindful of what you toss away, be careful of what you push away, and think very hard before you walk away. If there is nothing else, we will all stand and sing the fourth verse of Lift 'Em Up.